The war on Gaza did not start on October the 7th, 2023. It began in 1948 with the forced expulsion of Palestinians from their land and Israel's occupation of Palestine.
The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says 45 people have been killed at an incident near an aid distribution centre in southern Gaza on Monday. It happened not far from Khan Yunis, an area which has seen several weeks of ongoing Israeli military operations.
The Hamas-led attack was as swift as it was brutal. 1,139 Israelis were killed, 251 were captured. But minutes after the ceasefire expires on December the 1st, Israel resumes its war. The death toll rises daily.
For more 75 years, Israel and Palestine have been at war. Many countries remained silent, but not for Indonesia. Indonesia realized that the war is caused a lot of people damage, a lot of people casualties, and a lot of people is died. In terms of that, Indonesia take a step. In order to that cause, Indonesia sent 2.9 billion aids with Indonesian Red Cross. Not just by sending money aids, Indonesia also sent physical aids such as masker, a lot of masker for them, and also oxygen cylinders, oxygen respirator masks, and oxygen concentrate. More than that, why should we care? Why should we participate and feel the compassion of the Gaza's people? There is just one only simple reason, because all of them are also human beings.
The incident, which impacted journalists from Reuters and Al Jazeera, marks one of the worst press catastrophes yet to emerge from Israel's war against Hamas. Now, prior to the Friday incident, at least 10 journalists had been killed since the onset of the war, according to the Committee to Protect Journalists. The Lebanon-Israel border has been witnessing sporadic acts of violence since last week's attack by the militant Palestinian group Hamas on southern Israel. With Israel expected to launch a ground invasion of Gaza, there are growing fears that the fighting could spread to other fronts in the region. Armed groups in southern Lebanon have exchanged sporadic fire across Israel's northern border, where clashes this week have already been the deadliest since 2006.
Like us, Indonesian people, the Israel-Palestine war is so important to us to discuss in international relations scopes. Why? Because the core of the war is not talking just about the territorial things, but also the human rights. We know as the human and also international relations students, we knew that this is a crucial case because of the foreign policy, the dynamics over the countries, and the nations caused by the territorial and also human rights is basically the things that also the other country is talking about. In maintaining defense and security in the country, along with upholding the human rights, Indonesia has already took a small and also a right steps. With proclaiming human rights, Indonesia does not just care about security over the country, but also the human. As a student of international relations, we just don't learn about how we diplomat with other countries. We just don't learn about the global system, but we also believe in our responsibility to take care of all the country in human rights. Upholding human rights doesn't just talking about how do we talk in the UN, but also with a small step, such as awareness, empathy, and our heart to willing to help others. The war between Israel and Palestine is one of the proof that the nation's relation is causing a violation of human rights too. In light of this, we as an international student need to realize and be more critical over the things that happen in our global system. We need to be more empathic. We need to be more actively engaged in resounding peace and resilience over the country. And beyond that, we are hope that every country upholding the same human rights for all people around the world.